Here come the hot stepper. I'm the lyrical gangster. Big up the crew in the area. Still love you like that. No, we don't die. Yes, we multiply. Anyone press will hear the fat lady sing. Act like you know Rico. I know what Bo don't know. Touch them up and go. Oh, ching. Here come the hot stepper. I'm the lyrical gangster. Excuse me, Mr. Officer. Still love you like that. Extraordinary. Juice like a strawberry. Money to burn, baby, all of the time. Cut to fit, it's me. Fit to cut the shit. Come juggle with me. Fix it every time. Come the hot stepper. I'm the lyrical gangster. Dial emergency number. Still love you like that.
All right, I have an $800 recording microphone, so I'm hoping this sounds a lot better. You're tuned into Degen Fantasy on Tuesday, May 27th, 2025. And I was just going over the group chat. We're going to start the first 15 minutes of this beautiful show by trashing the one and the only. Double Down Dan is not here. He's on a little expedition, finding himself. And, some would say finding what he likes and what he prefers.
Which is male genitalia.
See, I didn't want to be the one to say it, but Brian, yeah. So he's trying some new things currently, and he's gonna come back on Friday, hopefully, and let us know, what he found out about himself, and I guess entailing the male genitalia. But the one and only Admiral Brian's here today, and I'm very glad because I did not want to have to go by myself, and I'm sure he did not either. Shadows in the chat dropping in. Did not expect to see the Timberwolves lose back to back. I kind of saw it a little bit because I just knew the Thunder were that deep, but they did manage to sneak out a win the other night by a pretty wide margin. One more win for the Thunder, and they are in the NBA Finals. Brian, to start it off with that being said, are this version of the Thunder better than the Russell Westbrook, Kevin Durant, and James Harden Thunder, especially if they win a championship?
Are they better?
Are they better?
I don't think they're better. I think they've had an easier run through.
I agree, because then also you look at the Thunder when they ended up playing LeBron and D-Wade and Chris Bosh in the NBA Finals when they had an opportunity to win a championship.
They also had the upstarts of a budding Golden State team that they had to get through too.
That is true as well. It is a tough Western Conference. It's a tough place to be as a Western Conference player. Heard Rocky sucks. Yes, they are better. Guy on the left sucks male genitalia. I wonder who this possibly could be. No, it can't be Dan. He's too busy exploring male genitalia in his mouth, trying to find himself. But with this series, I kind of had a feeling it was kind of going to be a one-sided, heavily favored OKC style of game, and you're kind of starting to see that come through. And kind of dealing with an injury. I think what is this, an ankle that he kind of is like he rolled or something. That's a little. Hey, Brian, Dan, I'm trying to talk here. You don't want to show up, don't show up. All right. Wow. Chat, kick him, chat. Who do you think has the better chance of beating the Thunder if the Thunder make it between the Pacers and Knicks? Or putting up a fight, I should say. Beating is a strong term.
I feel like the Pacers' pace is hard to match.
Quick, and they're deep. They're deep.
And realize, I know the Knicks won the last game, but the Pacers shot. That was the worst shooting performance that the Pacers have had from 3-point range, and they only lost by 6 points. They choked that game away. They should have won that game, but
Yeah, so
that was a bad 3-point shooting game from Indiana, and they still probably should have won that game.
Oh boy. Well, that kind of coincides with.
What's up,
Oh,
buddy?
God damn it.
You guys missed me, didn't you?
Not really. I was having a great time before you came.
Oh, you guys are having a good time without me. Is that what's going on
Oh,
right
it
now?
was,
you
it was kind
driving?
of fantastic.
No, I'm not driving. I'm being
Are
driven.
you in the back seat?
Yeah.
You got your children? Can I swear and say a bunch of heinous shit?
Yeah, you can say heinous shit, but my kids are in the back, and I want you to know that.
Oh, it's okay. We hear bad words a lot.
They hear bad words a lot.
Honestly,
apparently, so
I
you're good
didn't
to
think
go.
they can hear me. I was about to really let it fly.
What?
Dan,
What's your problem? You play
Yeah, but-
hockey every 2 days.
I have
and
hockey
we miss you
tonight?
on the stream. I can't go on vacation.
Well, Shadow says you can just go ahead and clock out.
Oh, I've been clocked out, you son of a bitch.
Ant says thunder clapping. Anyone? LOL. Dan, what did you think while you were eating your meal when you were sitting there thinking about the Thunder? Do you think they're just going to easily walk through the Timberwolves and anyone in the Eastern Conference? Do you think it's just kind of a done deal?
Yeah, it's kind of a done deal. I think Indiana gives them the best shot. It's clear that the Knicks can't even get past the Pacers, and if they do, they are in for just the ass beating of a lifetime when they get to the finals. So I don't think anyone wants to see OKC right now. Also, Brian, that does make them better than the Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook fucking Thunder, by the way.
No, it doesn't.
Oh,
Yeah, it does. If they win a championship, they're better. That's how that works, by the way.
No. So you're saying that if Rocky wins the community championship hockey league,
He's a
that
The
shit.
he's better than
Shelton
the
Men's
Pittsburgh
Connecticut Hockey League, okay?
Okay, I'm sorry. So he's better. His team is better than the what? New Jersey Devils?
Yeah,
That's a
absolutely.
terrible
That's
analogy.
exactly how that works. That was the worst analogy you've ever come up with in
that
your
was
life.
bad. That was bad.
This is a professional men's basketball team playing in the same league as the other team that existed.
Yeah, but the teams back when Durant, Harden, and Westbrook were involved were a lot better than they are now.
What do you mean? There's more talent in the league now than there was then.
You think there's any team that is anywhere close to LeBron, Bosch, and Wade as a threesome?
I mean, I think that LeBron, Bosch, and Wade is probably the quintessential. We're calling it a threesome. Is that what we'll call it the big three?
Hey now.
No, I'm just saying. I think they're the quintessential one, but I think overall there's more talent in the league now. I think they could add 2 more teams and still have a pretty. I mean, you could still. Every team could probably have a couple fucking good players on it. That's why they're going to expand.
Okay. Shadow says the tush push was 2 votes away from getting banned 2 weeks ago in the meeting. Antonio says it's not like they didn't hear you screaming and swearing every stream.
That's a good point.
And then Shadow said, I ain't say shit. I'm not trying to get framed. Brian, I'd like to cast a vote with you. I think we have our first super fan, and our super fan is of one person on the show. I don't think Shadows likes you or me. I think he just likes Dan. And I'm casting a vote to stop letting Shadows vote for the winner of our drafts. Would you agree?
He has picked Bry in every one that he's also won. Bry has 4 wins and Shadows has picked him 4
I don't
times.
know. I don't know. I heard
Here's the
Shadows
thing.
is sending you packages and bread and shit.
Here's the thing. Dan just yells the most, and that's the reason
Yes.
why he wins drafts.
No, it's because I draft better than
No,
both
it's
of you.
because
That's
you
the
yell.
issue.
Because you're
You
like,
guys
what are you
cannot-
talking about?
You guys cannot
And you start
draft
arguing,
well,
and no
and
one
that's
else can
a problem
debate you
for you
because
guys,
you're
not for
right,
me.
because you're the loudest. And then Shadow's just like, well, I don't want to make Dan mad.
Okay, let's talk about this real quick. Bry, you've won 4 out of the 7 drafts that we've had.
I know. I
won
should have
3.
won 6 out of 7.
I should have won at
shouldn't
least
have.
3.
You shouldn't have. You shouldn't have. I've won 3. You've won 4. Rocky Prop has absolutely earned 0 wins.
That's
I
a fact.
definitely won
That's
the
a
Jersey
fact.
one. The
That's
Jersey
a
one
fact.
I won. The Jersey one I won.
You did not win the Jersey
Oh,
one.
I smoked. You
You
picked
picked
the
picked
Raiders.
You picked
Picked
all
the
hockey
black
teams.
t-shirt. I picked 4 hockey teams and a basketball
Yeah,
team.
4 out of 5. Well, I mean, come on.
See how slow I am, Dan?
Oh, you're looking real
Oh!
veiny these days, buddy.
Yeah.
What are you taking? You on the juice,
Yeah.
bud?
I did. If
You're
I was on
juiced up,
juice, it'd
aren't
be a
ya?
problem. It'd be a. I'm on
You're
creatine.
juiced up.
I wish.
You waited to juice until after the Olympics?
Yeah, it's
Come
not
on,
allowed.
man.
Brian, wait. You guys didn't both know about the testing Brian put me through? He brought me into the bathroom.
Brian, what do you do to you in the bathroom?
Zero.
That's what he did to me.
Bri,
That's
Nothing.
not that wasn't
what'd
you
you do to him,
guys.
Bri?
Brian,
I'm not
What'd
down
you
with
do?
that. I'm not
Brian.
down with that.
Bri.
I'm
He
not
said
down with
he's-
bathroom
He
and
said
Rocky props.
he said regulation says he has to hold it. Whatever that
What?
means. Whatever that
Bri.
means.
The
Anyway,
only time
all
I
right.
enjoy other company in the bathroom is if there's one of those attendants there with
Hey.
hand towels.
Oh, okay. I was about to say his kids are in the car. Where is this going? Dan thinks Antonio says Dan thinks the louder he talks, the more correct he is.
That's a
That's a
fact,
fact.
Antonio.
That's also a fact, by the way. That's also a fact.
Antonio says I have no bias. So next draft, Antonio is going to be picking the.
You know what?
the
Antonio
winner.
has a bias and is clearly Rocky. You guys DM after the show, so don't even act like that's not happening right now.
That's propaganda. I don't.
No,
talk
it's not. You
that-
told
no,
us last stream. What are you
Ooh.
talking about?
That's just not
You
true.
and Antonio are butt buddies, and we all fucking know it. Okay?
Dan. Let's keep this to a minimum, all right? I don't want to
You
make
are
Brian
out in
jealous after
public,
the session of
motherfucker.
testing.
Keep going.
Shadow says, I'm gonna just say Bills, Chiefs, and Giants voted to ban the tush push. I know why my team did it. Trust me, I know.
He is. Rocky does
Soft.
suck. My son Dominic says you suck.
Okay, Dom, I'll just get rid of the birthday gift I got you. I know your birthday's coming up. So,
He said
Soft.
something about you going to suck a dick. I don't know why he would say that.
Soft.
Dominic.
Dom.
I'm kidding. Jesus, Brian. Relax.
Yeah. Ant says I can't talk hockey with either of y'all other than him. By the way, I sent you a DM that Ant wanted me to send you. Anyway, Knicks get one back in Indy.
Whoa, Antonio.
God.
When we did our hockey list, who had less strikes than Rocky?
I gave you all the layups.
No, he didn't. That's a lie.
Oh,
Bri,
my
you can't.
God.
Bri came up with like 4 things that I didn't even think he knew about in hockey. Okay.
I know 90s and 2000s hockey.
Although I will say, when Rocky Prop does the football shit with you, he does pretty good.
He does good.
You hear
He
that?
does good. But like again,
Well, I don't want to hear
conversely-
this. Oh, I can only talk about hockey with Rocky because he's the only one who knows about hockey.
Yeah, and Ant also sees you get on, and we go, "Hey, Brian, did you watch this game from the second round?" You're like, "Wake me up when it's the finals."
Exactly. I don't care about anything.
Okay,
else
all right, then
except
fuck the
football.
Pacers and Knicks. Excuse my French. So Brian, what do you think of this series? Is it the best in sports right now? I don't know. Let's hear what Brian has to say.
The best series right now is the Pacers Knicks series.
It's a great series. It's a great series if
By
you
far.
hate the New York Knicks. That's for sure.
Okay, well, what do you think of this series NHL wise? Just what do you think? Edmonton's gonna pull it off.
You know what?
Watch the
Let's
game.
actually just skip Bri. Let's skip Bri on this hockey thing because we know Rocky Prop. You've obviously watched every game in this series. You came on to this same podcast last week, had a lot to say about Connor McDavid being a big fat bitch. I think that's what you said, correct? Did you say he was a big fat bitch?
Yeah,
No. Hold on, one second.
He is a big fat bitch. Yeah.
Did you say he was a big fat bitch?
Yeah. I said that.
Yeah, you said that. And what's the series now?
It's now 2-1 Edmonton.
Oh, and Connor McDavid had how many goals last game?
2, 1, 2.
Oh,
3?
not looking good. Doesn't look like he's a big fat bitch. I'm just saying. I don't know.
Yeah, well, listen. When someone of critical acclaim gets on the internet and starts saying things, certain people hear about it, and it just gives them that juice that they need to really get out there and give their best performance. Listen, I'm a superhuman podcaster.
You're a superhuman asshole, is what you are. Connor McDavid
Superhuman
is absolutely
nothing.
shutting you up. He's shutting you up.
No,
right
listen,
now.
listen.
He's shutting you down, buddy.
Listen, he
He's coming
heard
for the cup, and Crosby needs to be on notice. That's all I want you to know.
Crosby don't gotta be on notice to nothing. Connor McDavid, he's not winning the cup.
He's winning the
Dallas is
cup
winning
this year,
tonight.
baby.
And that's a great transition to get into a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Oh fuck, hold on. Oh, it's the weekly wager.
Weekly wages.
Because Rocky Props got a mighty fine looking lay for the
Wait a
evening.
second. Did you recap the lay that you hit?
Oh, I did not.
You
I did
didn't. You
not.
actually got back on the board after all the shit I talked.
Yeah, so we missed a couple streams because we had a famous rapper sleeping at my house for a movie we were working on, and Dan's been on vacation, so we missed on Sunday and on Friday. The last time y'all saw us, I gave out a parlay that was a 6-legger, and I said, "Oh, it's a modest 6 legs." And Dan goes, "Yeah,
Modest.
really modest." modest. And it was 25 to win 381. It was OKC money line, Florida Panthers money line, Jalen Williams 18 plus points, and under 25.5 points. The under for the total for the Minnesota Timberwolves OKC game, which I think was game 2. And then Clay Holmes of the Mets to get 5+ strikeouts, and that all smacked. So hit a low lay, looking to repeat tonight. And I'm wondering if I'm the only one with picks. Gentlemen, I mean, Dan's on vacation, so he's
Oh yeah, I sent you 2 tickets last night that I hit. It's
Oh,
not like I'm not
my bad.
throwing bets out
I
here.
thought my bad. For some reason, I thought that was Brian that sent him, and then I
No,
realized
that
this
was
morning it
me.
was on
I had
Bovada.
Caruso. I had DiVincenzo over the points. Also took them over PRA. It's been something I've been fucking hammering this entire playoffs. Just the roll guys that you know are going to score more than their line. Caruso was up for 7.5. I think 8.5 for fucking DiVincenzo. They both go fucking way over that. DiVincenzo had like 18 points.
Yeah,
Smacked 2 little 2-team parlays. It was nice, man. It was really, really nice.
nice hits. Yeah, when those came through, I was very happy to see them. I have 2 lays for the evening, and this is a 5-leg parlay.
Oh, modest.
I'm modest. 30 to win 455. It's plus 1,419. I got the Knicks money line. I have the Mets money line and the Stars money line. I'm taking Dallas to win tonight, and then I'm taking the Knicks to win tonight. And then I got Jalen Brunson 25 plus, Karl Anthony Towns 21 plus. His line is 21.5. I was like, fuck it, I'll cut off the half point and throw Cat on there. And that is 30 to win 455. And then I have 10 to win 385. It's basically the same ticket, but I also added on Aaron Naismith over 11.5 and OG Anunoby over 15.5. The consensus is he's playing. If he doesn't, it's just going to cut off on the parlay. Okay. So I was like, fuck it. So I like the first ticket a lot, so I took it and doubled it down for I had some bonus money for $10. So it's 10 to win 385. That's plus 3,663. Little double down
going on. All right.
Yes, I like that a lot.
Tell your picks while I get my picks. Hold on.
Okay, I got Corbin Burns tonight pitching against the Pittsburgh Pirates over 6.5 strikeouts, plus 130 on ESPN Bet. So I have 50 to win. I guess it's 75.
Locked in. I really like the pitching props for strikeouts a lot. While Dan gets his together, Antonio's parlay. I got you, buddy. Is Pacers money line, Stars money line, Stars and Oilers over 6.5 goals, Knicks Pacers under 219.5, and Connor McDavid anytime goal scorer with the spicy prop of the night. That's Ants. I'm assuming probably plus somewhere around 2,000 odd parlay, and I'm kind of liking it. So just wait on Dan here to get his picks in. I might lock in one more for the evening. I'm not sure.
I got one and one pick only. It's the Knicks plus 125 on the money line. That's it. 100 to win 125.
Love that for double down. He's riding with his hometown team. You like
I don't
Indiana?
give a fuck. We just won in Indiana.
But you shouldn't have won in Indiana.
Yeah, but we did. And that's all that fucking matters. And you know what's going to happen tonight, Bri? Let me just give you a little taste of what's going to happen tonight. Brunson's going to be doing what, Bri? What's he going to be doing all night tonight?
He's going to be flopping like a fucking fish.
Like a fucking fish out of water, baby. To the line about 375 times. Knicks win 375-14. Final score.
Beautiful. Gentlemen, who's on the hot seat this evening?
I'm taking off. I'm in the hot seat. Dan's a bad co-host. I'll see you guys Friday. I love you both. Be good.
Later.
See you later.
Peace. This is going to be an early stream too, gentlemen, because I got a hockey game at 7:30. But all right, Bryce, so who do you got in the hot seat for the evening? It could be anyone currently playing, someone not.
I guess it's the Indiana Pacers. If they don't win tonight, the series is not looking good for them, I feel like. You got to go back to MSG.
Yeah.
And that gets scary. Don't choke this away, especially when you go like this.
Yeah.
Tyrese Halliburton goes like this after game 2. Was it 1 or 2?
Game 1.
Game 1.
Mm-hmm.
You better win the series. So,
yeah.
Indiana, you're on notice tonight. You are on the hot seat. If you do not win tonight, essentially it's a 3-game series at that point.
It's a nice ticket there, Ant. I will counter that with my hot seat being the Dallas Stars. They're in the same position as the Knicks, a little bit more in this series than I believe the Knicks are after that last game. They can't go down 3-1 here, and I think am I bugging, or is it still 2-1 Edmonton? Score of the Oilers Stars game. Yeah, it's 2-1 Edmonton. That's what I thought. Okay, so they can't go down 3-1 here. So this is a huge game for Dallas. I think if I remember correctly, Dallas is plus 130 in this game. It's in Edmonton, so I'm assuming that's the only reason why. Don't think Edmonton takes a 3-1 series lead against Dallas. I'm not going to lie. Stuart Skinner has been kind of inconsistent. But talking a lot to a buddy that came out to shoot our film this past weekend. He's a rapper by the name of XD. That's from Wichita, Kansas, and he got really into hockey, so I was explaining a lot of it to him. He's asking me about Stuart Skinner, and I'm like, he's very inconsistent, and he was like, really? Because after game 3, he was surprised because he played so well. But yeah, I might cook together one more parlay and throw Dallas on that. The Knicks, I'm a little bit more skeptical of, but I also think if you take them at plus money as well, that you can be in a good spot. The last, I think, thing I want to go over today. Hold on. Excuse me. Let me make this double wide for us. Bada bing, bada boom. I got 2 more overlays for news, and then we're going to wrap it up early here today. We'll see you guys on Friday. Touching on this series real quick, Hurricanes survive another day. They kind of just snuck out a win. 3-1, I think this series is. Score of the Hurricanes-Panthers game. Yeah, 3-1 Florida. I don't think we see game 6. So this is kind of cooked for them. They did win a 3-0, I guess you can say, blowout. And yeah, not really much to speak of.
Most unlikable team in the left, right?
I don't like Edmonton. But Florida,
I don't like Edmonton either.
Florida being the defending champs and being a little dirty, I would say that they're probably the most unlikable, like, I guess, group-wise. So I'm really sure. Shadow says, I used my last dollar on Pacers money line and OG over 15.5. I like that.
All right, Pacers.
Game can go either way. I took Knicks. I think the Pacers are going to take that. Ant says that's over. Panthers are unreal. Panthers in 5 against either Stars or Oilers. Damn. Panthers are unreal. I think it all starts with goaltending and Sergei Bobrovsky. And then this is one of my favorite topics. I was going to say Dan. Brian and I are going to pick 3 players we think are going to rise and 3 players we think are going to fall for the upcoming NFL season, and maybe like a short explanation with each. So we're going to bounce back and forth. All right, give me somebody you think is going to have a regression this season, who you think is going to fall.
So a regression this season, I have Bo Nix.
And why do you have Bo Nix?
I don't think he is going to replicate what he did his rookie year. I don't think it's possible for him to replicate it.
You think that also ties into that sophomore slump?
There's definitely a sophomore slump. They're going to, they've got an entire summer to look at his camp and or look at his tape and scout what Bo Nix does good and bad. So I don't think Bo Nix has the year that he did last year.
Do you feel the same way about Jaden Daniels talking quarterbacks?
I feel more confident that Jaden Daniels will be okay than Bo Nix will.
I agree. I'm not really going to throw Jaden on I think regression is coming, but I will throw on Travis Kelce to regress even more than he did the previous season. I think there's going to be a lot of healthy wide receivers coming back to Kansas City, and I think it's just going to start to slowly phase him out of the offense even further, on top of his just fading lack of either one, like heart and love for the game. He doesn't look really enthusiastic out there. And 2, just you can kind of see he's starting to slow down a little bit. Might be from his outside life kind of creeping in a little bit, which no knock to that as well. But I'm taking Travis Kelce to have some regression. Brad, give me one who you think is going to have a breakout season or a progressive season.
I have Marvin Harrison Jr. So he ended with 885 yards and 8 touchdowns. Not a bad rookie season.
Mm-hmm.
I think he eclipses 1,000 yards this year.
Okay. I like that one very much. I'm going to take Michael Penix Jr. for my quarterback to see some more progression this year. I think he's gonna get a full slate under his belt this season. I think Atlanta's kind of poised to really make a good push. I think the utilization of Kyle Pitts is going to improve, and Drake London, as well as Bijan being able to move them downfield. I think this is going to be a good season for Michael Penix Jr. Back to the regressions.
James Cook.
Mm.
I mean, is he going to score 16 touchdowns again?
Also coming in kind of frustrated with his money as well.
Yeah.
I'm going to go regression. I don't know. I was thinking about saying Derrick Henry, but I think the offense is just too scripted well for him. Who do I think is going to fucking regress this year? I had another one. Oh, Brock Bowers. I'm going to go tight end here. I do think that the offense is going to be a little bit more fluid around spreading the ball, and I don't think he's going to see the same volume. And also, I kind of think in the same likes of Sam Laporta, once teams have a script on you a little bit, they can, plan for you a little bit better. I don't think he's going to have a bad season, but I think he's going to have a little bit more of a regressive season than a breakout season like he had last year. All right, then one more breakout player this season.
Stephon Diggs.
Oh, I like that one.
I think he goes to a place that needs a receiver. He had 496 yards last year. Not a Stephon Diggs year. Only 3 TDs. I think he becomes... I don't know if he flirts with 1,000 yards, but I think he does a lot better than just under 500 yards receiving. So Stephon Diggs.
I like that. I'm going to double down with a wide receiver in the Northeast as well. I'm going to take Malik Neighbors here. Kind of a home pick here as a Giants fan, but I think with an actual quarterback, whether it's Jameis Winston or fucking Russell Wilson or Jackson Dart under center, I think it's just going to have the volume. He talked about wanting more volume and also having a quarterback that actually put the ball in a pocket where he can receive the fucking ball. I think the upside's huge. I think that he can see really positive numbers this season moving forward. Antonio says Drake May up. Sam Darnold is going to jump out of the plane with no parachute, and I think this might finally be Kyle Pitts' breakout season. I agree with that one. Speaking of James Cooks, I have news on him. James Cook is not attending OTAs as he seeks a new contract. Oh, I kind of had a feeling that was going to linger. Kind of reminiscent of Jamar Chase last season. Players want the bag and teams just don't want to pay anymore.
I got 2 more, Rocky, if you want to keep going.
Run it.
So worst season. So DK Metcalf, I don't think has as good a season as he did last year. 992 yards and 5 TDs. And I mean, unless Aaron Rodgers goes there, I don't. Who's going to throw the ball to him?
It's a great point. I do like that TK take. Regression for me. I want to go running back here. I don't know. Do you think we see Breece Hall keep plummeting? Doesn't look like it's gotten any better there with a rushing quarterback behind you. Offensive line hasn't upgraded much. I think maybe not. I don't think he's going to trend worse than he did last year, but I don't think he's on the upward swing. So I'm going to take Breece Hall.
Okay.
You got one more?
That will do better than last year. Dak Prescott. So obviously hurt last year. 11 TDs, 8 interceptions. I don't expect that to continue. I think as much shit as Dak gets, he's still a serviceable quarterback in this league, and obviously the stats did not line up in his favor last year. So I'm not a huge Dak fan, but I feel like people are selling him too low.
It's a great take there. Antonio says you can find some McDonald's cashiers that turn into Barry Sanders. I just ran a 540, so I'm not sure about that. But I got 2 that are on the positive upswing, in my opinion. One of them being Devontae Adams. I think with Puka's health always being so up in the air, I do think he probably sees another injury this year again. And Devontae Adams just dominates with someone like Matthew Stafford throwing him the ball. This season, I think he's going to be a top fantasy ad that you can get somewhere in the early 3rd, late 2nd round. And I also think Trey McBride's going to have an upswing this year. He didn't find the end zone much, and dealt with concussion as well. I think if he gets a full season under his belt and they can actually scheme some fucking winning football for this Arizona Cardinals football team, that he can see an upward swing and be one of the top tight ends in football. So those are our risers and fallers for the NFL season. You can use that to tail into your fantasy picks. Anything
At
else?
what point does Stafford start to regress?
I don't know. He seems like one of those players that'll never regress. It's weird. But maybe, I mean, if there's a season to do it, it's this season.
Yeah, I feel like he's primed for a regression at some point, right?
Yeah. So Antonio says, who do you think goes top 5 in fantasy this season? And just for you, Antonio, we did this a couple streams ago and I still have it saved. The top 5, in our opinion, once we ran it down, was in this order. Here's top 13. We had Saquon Barkley at the 1-1, Jamar Chase at the 1-2, Justin Jefferson, Bijan Robinson to round out your top 4, CeeDee Lamb, Jahmyr Gibbs, Derrick Henry, A.J. Brown, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Nico Collins, Puka Nacua, CMC, and Devon Achane. CMC has a later grab. Hopefully he stays healthy. And Devon Achane, I think, is poised to have a good season. Derrick Henry's going to have another good season. Yeah, I really want Saquon Barkley. Yeah, that was a Dan grab. He was like CD. So he kind of ended up there. I am not sure what's up with CD
in my top 5.
Yeah. So who would you take over CD?
I would take Gibbs over CD. I would take Derrick Henry over CD.
AJ Brown.
I would consider taking AJ Brown over CD.
I wouldn't be mad at having AJ Brown over CD. Are you going to play fantasy this year with us?
No, I'm out.
Come on, dog.
No, I'm good.
Come on, just draft a team. Listen, I can't defeat Dan by myself.
So you want me to just trade you all my good players?
Well, we can collude later on in the season. We'll have a little conversation. I can see CMC falling big time in a good percent of drafts. I agree. This CD disrespect is making my ears bleed. So Bri, double down on that take. Yeah, and we're gonna try to get some of the viewers in the chat as well. If Shadows and you and anybody else and Andre want to join the league, we'll get that up and going. So we can all kind of follow it together and make trades and shit. If you join my league though, any league that I'm in, you will receive a trade request from me on the daily. So just a heads up about that. Can you let's get it. Talk about the hockey game. I need to know wins. All right. I'll double down on this real quick. You got a sub, Almighty, if we're gonna talk about the hockey game because you missed it earlier, so I'll double down on it. I have a parlay for tonight. I'm taking Dallas. I put them on my hot seat for the evening. I said Dallas is on the hot seat. They cannot go down 3-1. I think this is more of a series than the Florida and Carolina series, obviously. And I don't think Edmonton's going to run away with a 3-1 lead. I think Dallas kind of doubles down here and wins one on the road, with Jake Ottinger kind of being the star of this game. I do have Dallas on a parlay. And, it hasn't been a game where many teams are, when you're watching the game, heavily favored. There was a couple great saves in that last game that I think kind of saved Edmonton from it being a closer game than it was. Obviously, Connor McDavid gave the performance that he gave. I think Dallas wins this one tonight. Oh, that's right. Appreciate you, big dog. And then I'll get to the Panthers game in a second. The series is already pretty much over. If you're putting money on anybody, I'd take Dallas, and I'd also take Jason Robertson over 2 shots on goal. Andre says, NFC North predictions. Who's taking it this year? Does Green Bay reclaim the throne? Admiral.
I feel like it's Detroit's division to lose.
Did you see the clips of Aiden Hutchinson
Yeah,
rehabbing this offseason? He's back, but there are a lot of takes are saying that he's mightily struggling to get his footing under him and really recover from this leg injury. Yeah, that stick save was ridiculous. Reaches across his body, the heel of his stick keeps it out of the net. That would have been a huge momentum turner as well. Shadow says, I think we get Panthers and Stars in the finals, Thunder and Pacers in the finals. I
would be cool with both of those scenarios.
Yeah, it's kind of nice to see for the first time in a long time a team that has not won kind of having a chance. McJesus is so due. I don't ever want to see him win a cup. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm a Crosby fanboy. I ain't gonna lie. I don't want him to get one ring. He is pretty deep into his career though. What's he been in the league for? 8 seasons, 9 seasons? Yes, Andre. Yeah, Pacer Stars money line sounds right, or am I tripping? Yeah,
I'm
it
down
does
with
sound
that.
right. I ain't gonna lie, I took the Knicks tonight with the Stars, but I've been contemplating locking in the Pacers on the same parlay and just replacing it because
I mean, do the Pacers lose both games at home? Do we really think they're going to lose both games at home? I mean, obviously the Knicks did, but
but this is your season. The only thing that made me take the Knicks tonight was like, this is the entire season on the cusp of an NBA Finals appearance
I
tonight.
understand that. And like I said, the last game that the Pacers lost, that was their worst 3-point shooting performance all playoffs, and they only lost by 6 points. I mean, if they shoot just average what they've been averaging from 3-point line, they will have won by double digits.
What was the common denominator of not winning that game was they didn't have Aaron Naismith, who I feel like people kind of sleep on as like a pivotal piece of this team. He's looking like he's going to play tonight. He's a big piece. Andre says fading the public Knicks money line. Andre says, come on, Rock. He needs at least one. Antonio says he's only 27. He'll play till he's 40. LOL. Yeah, I mean, Sid got a cup at 21. Just saying. Youngest captain to ever do it. I think they want to close in New York. Yeah, but I mean, if you're the Pacers on the flip side, like this is the control of the series and the momentum.
Yeah, you go up 3-1. You just have to win one of the next 3 games.
I'm doubling down on Knicks money line. You smoke 2 at home. You got to do some redeeming in general, and it's also you have a chance of going down 3-1. I'm doubling down on Knicks and Dallas. I don't think Dallas has even a slightest chance of losing this game tonight. Clip that when they lose. They have won
tonight.
They should have won game 3. Can't be blowing 20-point leads. I agree. I'm going to lock in a parlay with Dallas and Pacers. Halliburton, Petty. I'm getting nervous now because I was saving that last dollar for the NFL season. Sid was on a super team. Stop it. Hey, all right. Let me stop you there because the term super team is for when you trade for the key to that is trade for or sign a bunch of free agents or trade for a bunch of superstars to build a super team. We got it out the mud. 03 drafted Fleury. 05 drafted Sid. 04 drafted Malkin. It's a homegrown team, baby. I don't know if it's a super team. And we also took down Detroit.
The lottery was rigged, right?
The lottery. I don't think so.
I mean, it saved Pittsburgh hockey.
Yeah, but it would have saved any team. You send them to fucking Atlanta where the Thrashers are. Would have saved.
I understand that, but Pittsburgh hockey was in disaster mode, and
it was an absolute.
It just happened to win the lottery that year.
They were also the worst team in the NHL. Listen, it's not like the NBA. Like Dallas had a 0.3% chance or some shit of getting the Cooper Flag pick, and the Penguins that year had to at least have had a 27% chance getting the
Wasn't the Crosby draft after a lockout year?
Yeah.
So everyone had the same odds, and Pittsburgh just happened to win.
Did everyone really have the same odds?
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure
that's what a little bit towards the lowercase teams because if you put Sid on Detroit, for example, with Nick Lidstrom and Pavel Datsyuk and Hendrik Zetterberg and all these players, like that's. Can I have anything? Can I have just one fucking thing?
I'm just saying that the Penguins were hemorrhaging money at that point in time and were about to lose a franchise, and they just happened to win the lottery to get a generational talent.
The Penguins owed Mario Lemieux like $70 million, and instead he was like, yeah, just give me ownership. And he was the only player to ever play and own for a team out of all 4 of the professional sports leagues. And he actually played at Sid too. Shadow says, I was immediately going to go with the Eagles money line because there's no way Cowboys win the first game of the season. 100 days to the NFL season starts. That sounds like such a fucking stretch. Oh, this fucking NBA, NHL offseason is going to drag. You know what sucks? The heart versus the mind. The heart is telling me it's the Knicks. The mind is telling me the Pacers. And I'm going to look at the fucking score tonight when I get off the ice. It's going to say Pacers win 120-117.
I mean, if the Pacers play like they they can play, they should win by double digits, in my opinion. If they hit threes like they have been and play with pace, the Knicks bench isn't that deep.
All right, I'm building a parlay. Fuck it. Chat, we're building
I mean,
a leg.
part of the reason why the Knicks bench isn't deep is because Thibodeau fucking loves playing his starters 40-plus minutes.
And maybe it's because, I don't know, is it maybe because they sent away, like, I don't know, 4 players for Karl Anthony Towns, maybe? Give up Dante DiVincenzo, Julius Randle, bunch of depth players, and obviously it's not going too great for the Timberwolves, but they're playing the Thunder. Just make 2 parlays with both sides winning. It's a win-win either way. I'm taking Dallas, doubling down on that. Taking the Pacers on another lay. Who said they had the total? Someone said they're taking over or under 219.
Under
219 and a half.
I think Antonio said under 219 and a half.
111, 107. I think I'm going to take that total and raise it up a little bit just to be safe with an alternate line total. Let me see. Total lines. Total. I'm going to take under 227 for minus 225. Give me... I'm going to take Aaron Naismith. Why do I keep getting them confused? Who keeps getting all the fucking buckets? Is it Naismith or Nemhart? Because it's A Nemsmith and A Nemhart. I think it's Naismith.
I feel like Nemhart has been hot.
He's the one who's been hot, but he's also banged up. It is Nemhard. They're both plus numbers for 15 points. I'm going to take Naismith for plus 15 points. Don't do it. Keep it 2. Imagine Knicks versus Timberwolves in the finals. Well, listen, I ain't going to cap. I don't got a lot of bread to throw down on just Pacers, Stars money line. So I'm gonna have to add a couple legs to this. I ain't gonna cap to you. Siakam always had a good game. Always had a good game in game 2. Elo also had a good game in game 2. Hallie, we taking Hallie? What's Hallie been averaging? Let's take a look. Chat. Hold on. We're gonna build a little lay. Feel free to tell if you'd like. Halliburton has his line is 21.5. He's had 20, 14, 31, 31, and 11. I'm taking him for. Hold on. Are you shaking, Bri? I hear you shaking. I'm taking him for 20. I'm taking him for 20. I'm taking him for 20.
He's the one that, I mean, if the Pacers win this game, it will be because of Halliburton. He's got to be the guy tonight.
All right, so here's the lay, ladies and gentlemen. It's a 5-leg parlay. Hold on. Let me get my tunes up. You all know what it is. Make sure you guys subscribe and like the stream already. This is a free 5-leg parlay. If you guys would like to tail, don't have to, don't worry. It is 25 to win 668 plus 2,672. It is Dallas money line plus 130. Pacers money line minus 160. The under for 227. Aaron Naismith for 15 points and Tyrese for 20. Like it. Chat. Love it. I like it so much, I might just put the Knicks on it. How Rock's feeling. All right, we're locked in. I'm going to reuse the same selection and see what it is for if I took the Knicks. Hold on. If I put Knicks money line on this.
Watch the Stars lose.
Dude, if the Stars fucking lose tonight, I'm going to start throwing shit. Tonight. Siakam under 20.5. Hallie under PRA. All right, hold on. Let's take a look at Hallie's PRA. Points, rebounds, and assists. His line is 35.5. He has had 31, 33, 46, and 45. In a game where they kind of have to come out and win. I'm not crazy about that one as much. I'm going to look at the Siakam line, 20.5. He's had 17, 39, 17, and 21. 17 against the Knicks game 1, 39 game 2. 39 game 2.
What a monster performance.
Yeah, Pascal. God damn. And then 17 against the Knicks in game 3. That's a tight line.
Yeah, that's a good line.
I'm also gonna place.
Jesus Christ.
All right, it's gonna be okay. The same parlay. It is Dallas, the under total, Naismith and Tyrese Halliburton, and then the Knicks money line, 25 to win a rack. So let's get her going here, boys. So that's Rocky Props tickets for the evening. If they don't hit, I'm bankrupt. So we'll see how it goes. Let me check the chat out real quick. Look what happened in game 2, though. Cat foul trouble. What the Halliburton's Instagram reel has got this shit stuck in my head. What the Halliburton? Look last time. No foul trouble. Siakam, 17 points. It's a good point. That's a good point. Oh, it is going to be a game. All right, chat. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. I think that's going to do it for us today. I got to get to hockey. And
we'll be back Friday.
We'll see y'all on Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Appreciate y'all joining the show. And yeah, check us out on Twitter at Degen Fantasy Bet, on TikTok at Degen Fantasy, and then everywhere else, yeah, we just do a bunch of shit. So love y'all. Catch y'all later. Peace.
Back then, hoes didn't want me. Now I'm hot hoes all on me. Back then, hoes didn't want me. Now I'm hot hoes all on me. Back then, hoes didn't want me. Now I'm hot hoes all on me. Back then, hoes didn't want me. Now I'm hot hoes all on me. Back then, hoes didn't want me. Now I'm hot hoes all on me. Back then, hoes didn't want me. Now I'm hot hoes all on me. Back then, hoes didn't want me. Now I'm hot hoes all on me. Back then, hoes didn't want me. Now I'm hot hoes all on me.
Before I came up in the game, these hoes didn't show no love. They see me in the club and used to treat me like a scrub. They wouldn't holler cause my dollars wasn't swollen up. I bet they changed their mind when them 84s come rolling up. They see that I'm a star, now they wanna sit in my car. Now they wanna count my G's, smoke my weed and sip my bar. Now they used to love to diss me, now they rush to hug and kiss me. Now they telling all their friends when I leave how they miss me. Now 281